J360 TV. J360 Productions.
Hey, how's it going, J360 Legion? What is happening? Welcome to another time on J360 TV for the J360 PowerPlay episode 39. And we're playing Sonic Adventure again. By the way, I figured out what exactly was causing the blackouts. It was just a high frame rate. And, well, you know, that's what these tests are made for. So we're going to continue on with our Sonic Adventure playthrough. Of course, playing a bit more of the Blue Blur, and then we're going to play as Tails a little bit later. Hope you all are doing good tonight. You know, after all, there's been a lot of stuff to happen around here in J360 Productions. Too much to name here, but if you ever get a chance sometime, definitely check out J360 Radio, and of course the Monday recaps. You can check that out via Spotify. And I would throw the link down in the actual chat right now, but I don't feel like it. Well, until I figure out everything, then we'll get there. You know what? I just realized we need a key for this actual level coming up. So we gotta go back on the train.
The train headed for Station Square will be.
I ain't the only one that made that mistake. You know what I'm saying? I do love this damn music in this level, though. It's pretty ballin'. Oh, man. I'm just enjoying myself tonight, y'all. Like, other than that, I just wanted to really get all the stuff with the PowerPlay all situated before I did anything. And you know what? It's not bad. Managed to get a whole lot done. Yeah, it's not a... Hold up. Ken's Playroom, huh? He's not in there doing any sure you Kens, I'd be very concerned. Which, by the way, I cannot wait. It'll be 2 months until Street Fighter 6. I'm looking forward to that. If there's any game that I'm gonna get, no matter what, by the end of the year, it will be Street Fighter 6. It's definitely sitting right there, just waiting for me to pick it up. And I'm gonna play it on the PlayStation 5, and it really doesn't matter at this point what system you get it on, because it's crossplay. So that just works out, you know. Alright, since we got the ice key, we need to go ahead and take it back to the ice area. Alright. If I remember correctly. And by the way, I managed to get that Sonic game where, you know, it's called The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's a mystery that you have to solve. I think later on we'll probably go ahead and look into playing that too on the PowerPlay as well, because the PC side is set up as well. So yeah, been working on a lot of stuff for this series. So we're gonna have us some fun, if not already. So speaking of which. Next time I'll get the bot set up, so whenever I'm talking about the Monday recaps and stuff, I'll go ahead and I'll throw them in here. But you know, you can check out J360 Radio anytime via Spreaker.com/user/J360 Radio. You know, and then you get all the shows, and you ain't got to worry about catching up too much. Not only did we have a significant Jams episode, we managed to have a Soda episode drop too, and that series is just getting better all the time. Actually, they all are. It's still on the road to many milestones with every single one of them. Even this show's about to hit a milestone. It's about to hit 40 episodes next time we go around. And then I'll go ahead and I'll face Marco again on Street Fighter 11. Not Street Fighter 11, Mortal Kombat 11. What the hell was I thinking? There you go. I need to play Sonic Frontiers for you all sometime. When I get a chance, in due time, as they say. Then not to mention I have another project conference coming up for you guys. But until then, you guys can wait till the one I recently did, where I got to converse with the greatest cyber rock pop duo known as Ardenite, which you can check out on J360, let's see, youtube.com/J360 Productions. It's one of the latest episodes I've done, and you know, it was a pretty stellar interview. I knew it was going to be great, but it came out 10 times better than what my expectations were, you know. And it was fun talking to them. So, I just love how everything just works out, you know what I'm saying? So, just gotta keep on pushing, you know? And then, who knows, we can start doing some subathons and all that cool stuff. Yeah, soon enough, in 2 months, it's gonna be the celebration of jams, which is Jamiversary, throughout all of June. It's gonna be nothing but the music. 30 days of music. And the Twitch and the YouTube are included this time. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing. And speaking of Jams TV, been thinking. But I won't mention it here, though. You guys are just going to have to wait and find out. Oh, and speaking of which, we're doing, I got to get used to the front view of Sonic again. I ain't doing no perfect shredding this time, guys. What? That's the same snowboard from Triple Trouble. Yeah, I ain't doing no perfect shredding this time. I'm just trying to get to the end of the level. By the way, happy spring break to those of you out there that are actually on that kind of time right now. Ever since I left school, man, you know, things have just escaped me as of late, you know what I'm saying? I mean, WrestleMania just went by and I needed like a whole review of what happened. So, yeah, it's just little things like that. Yeah! Oh. I mean, this is kind of tame by, you know, other standards, such as like when you're playing Sonic Generations and you're pretty much just shredding through like all of San Francisco. But when I was a kid, though, this used to be the stage, man. Oh man, missed it. Damn it. At least I made that jump, so it works. I'll take it. Oh, damn. Let's see how far we gonna go next on this.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all, actually. Okay, so where are we going to go next? Actually, I think this is the part where we get to meet Knuckles. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, before we do any sort of switcheroo, we gotta see our boy Nux. Ain't no rivalry. Can't talk today. Ain't no rivalry like the rivalry between Sonic and Knuckles. And he did such a damn good job on that in the movie.
The train headed for Station Square will be
I'm
departing
expecting
soon.
big things out of this new Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming along, too. Oh, look. There he is, right over there. Full on display. Alright. We'll get over there to him in a bit. Alright, let's go see what's up with our brother Knuckles. Oh, my victory chariot.
What's up, Knuckles? Something bugging you?
No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emeralds you have, right now.
What? Let's just see you take them. Huh.
It's always like that with these two. But they're the best of bros after a while.
Oh no.
I wonder who does the voice acting for Knuckles in this game. And what is he doing now? Because, somebody else that does the voice nowadays, right? Married to Laura Bailey, I think. Travis Cunningham. So I used to know these voice actors by the back of my hand, man. Nowadays, not so much. Once again, like I said, it looks a little tame compared to today's standards, but back in the day, though, that used to be very exciting for me. Seeing them square off, you know?
Eggman.
Of course, nowadays, most people think of Shadow and Sonic.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, we'll do Sonic Adventure 2 as well. Should be fun.
That's a Chaos Emerald. That's right, fool! You made it all too easy! You practically gave them to me!
You know, Eggman has like the best line in the games.
Creep. You can't get away with this. Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty good in the movies too.
Way to go, Knucklehead.
I'm just wondering how much of that is actually Eggman and how much of that is actually Eggman, how much of that is actually Jim Carrey though. That's what I'm trying to think of. And hopefully it'll be in Sonic 3 though. Come on, man. I mean, it just wouldn't be right without him there, you know?
These are for you, my friend!
It's funny though, Knuckles has been guarding that Master Emerald for quite some time.
Man, no one ever cuts us any slack.
At all. You know, but yeah. You know, Knuckles has been guarding the Master Emerald for quite some time, and he couldn't see that this creature was inside of the Master Emerald. It's very interesting. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna cut us no slack. But we don't cut them any slack either. Hit him again! Dink! That's not really a dink punch if you think about it. We gotta do that for like the last hit. He's about to turn himself into balls. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming. There's one thing about this port that is as consistent with the Dreamcast original. It's that the camera is still a bit of a problem.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier. But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
Hey, we can't let him get away. Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado.
Yeah! You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of. No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on.
Yeah, it's not like they just had a fight or anything. Then again, it ain't really a fight. It's more or less like a game between them nowadays, you know? Tell you one thing. I miss the old days of the Dreamcast. I still got mine, but for you guys, though, it didn't find the signals, so I gotta go ahead and figure out a way to work that out, and then I can start bringing it into my Dreamcast games a lot more. But I know what I need to do, so I'll work that little situation out, and as soon as all that stuff is ready to go, then we can go ahead and do some cool stuff. To catch an Eggman.
Sonic, hop in.
He's just so cool, man. I thought it was nice that they actually had the plane in the second movie too. That Sonic Hedgehog 2 was awesome. That's probably, dare I say it, may as well just be the best movie in the whole damn series. Film series, that is. But then again, haven't seen the third one yet, and that'll be coming out next year, so I'm looking forward to that. And I hear that there's a Detective Pikachu sequel coming. So, you know, if anything, it's good to see that video game movies are finally getting their due. They had a lot of chances to get it right, but now they finally getting it. And then there's some movies that should have just been series. I think personally, like the Uncharted movie should have worked better as a series, but you know, a lot of y'all were on that Tom Holland kick, so it's just the way it is. Like, you know, I can't really throw too many stones because some things that just work better as series, you know, they end up becoming movies, and then you know you make a movie that could, you make a series that follows up to the movie and stuff like that. And then you only hope that it's as good or equal to, and I don't know, I might do a little poll of like let's see, which shows actually achieve that, you know what I mean? Because we hope that the animated series would follow the movies too. I remember that with a lot of the Spider-Man stuff that came out not too long ago, back in the early 2000s. Like, I was really hoping that MTV series would last a lot longer than it did. But, I don't know, maybe it was the way they designed it or something, or like, maybe it couldn't find a time slot. God knows what it was, but I mean, like, I thought it was okay for its time. Phenomenal, man. This game will always be a classic. No matter how many times you try to see Sonic doesn't do well in 3D, and I'm always like, I don't know, were you playing the same game I was playing? Because I think he does okay. Now, I'm not gonna say the series hasn't gone through dark times and a dork age. I mean, what series hasn't? You know what I mean? Some of these long runners we've had over the years. I mean, not all the Mario games were all that great either, but then again, they never really changed from the formula too much. You gotta give this about Sega, at least they tried new things. You know? Just one of those things for food for thought. But, you know, of course, there's always gonna be somebody out there to counter what you say.
Tails!
And not only that, how old is this series? Is this series 35 years old now? Is it? I'm gonna have to look that up, because
Oh, I wonder if he's
I should
okay.
know that. That's all there is to it, you know what I mean? Ah, boy. Alright, we'll switch to Tails in a little bit, but first things first, let's go see what's in the bag.
Sonic, wait up!
Yep, there she is.
Long time no see.
Amy.
What's wrong with you anyway?
Oh, man.
Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble, so you need to be his bodyguard for a while.
You must be kidding.
Ah, that's
If
classic.
you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
Hey, man, just help her out, you know? So, yeah, now we can play with Amy and all that jazz, but, I'm gonna go ahead and swap us the Tails right quick, okay? So, you guys hold on. Be right back in a little bit. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's on here? Oh, no, not a... You know what? Give me a... I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Let's go see how our orange sidekick is doing.
Everything's working great. All systems go, full speed ahead.
Now, how we're going to do this playthrough is we'll play like a little bit of something, and then we're going to swap and try to
What's this?
meet every character at their meeting point. I'm going to try to be as cohesive about this playthrough as much as we can. Thank you for the welcome back, by the way. Special shout outs to those who are watching and those who actually engage. It's been a while getting this series right.
Mayday! Going down! Ah! Look out below!
You gotta admit, like, I just love how the Sonic series has evolved and like how everybody, you know, has their personality. They can talk, they can emote, and all that. You know, that was a pretty big deal back in the late '90s.
Boy, you're lucky I saw you come down. So what went wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
Considering his track record, no, not at all. Tails is always he's a mechanical genius, but we also got to remember he's 8 years old, you know.
Always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic.
Glad you agree,
If I can make
Barbie
this work,
Pink Beauty.
It'll run circles around yours. Check out this power supply.
It's a Chaos Emerald. No way.
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic power.
Which reminds me,
Now
I
wanna
think
harness that power to fly
Sonic
my
Origins
plane.
Plus is supposed to be coming, and we're supposed to be getting Game Gear games
Let's
and
go to my workshop
all that
in the
kind of
Mystic
stuff.
Ruins, and I'll show you
If
guys
anything, it's
the
becoming the
workshop.
Sonic Mega
We'll go
Collection
to the
before our
station,
very
hop
eyes.
on a train, and get there in no time.
Tell you one thing, I mean, while it was cool to see Sonic on screen again, I definitely went to go see that second movie for Tails. As soon as he showed up at the end of it, I was like, oh, see? I know this stuff, you know? When it's something you grow up with, man, I mean, you're gonna invest time in it. It's kind of like when those Godzilla movies were coming out and stuff. And there's supposed to be another Godzilla vs. Kong, too. Can't wait for that. Nah, he's actually 8 years old.
Look, it's your jet engine.
Hey, I didn't make the rules,
Jet
Sega
power
did.
makes you fly faster.
I mean, you would think that he's like 12, but nah, he's actually 8. I'll take it. He's just as badass as Gohan is, you know, so I'll take it. Speaking of which, yeah, Tails and Knuckles. Yeah, Knuckles was badass. That was, God, whose movie was that, to be honest with you? Okay, let's see if we're on the right path here. I think we are. Yep, we are. I'm going by memory here, guys. I'm not necessarily using a strategy guide right now. Same here. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to playing as Amy. Like, you know, she's getting her due. Okay, I think we need that win key, so it's right over here where Tails' workshop is. And then I think there's a boss battle. So, if I remember correctly.
Well.
And there it is.
If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
I gotta admit, everybody's lines were actually stellar, you know, in this game. Dr. Eggman always brings on like that ham, you know?
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Don't even try to interfere this time. Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
Badass. You know, actually, they should come out with some more of those Sonic racing games, too. And bring back everybody in all the Sega franchises. At least for, like, the next-gen stuff. I would say for, like, all of the PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series X's and all. I remember the Team Sonic Racing, and I was like, hey, it's good, but bring on another one.
All systems, full power! Ah! All systems, full power! Ah! He's not gonna get away with it!
Yeah, that's the thing I love about Eggman, though. He brings on the heavy, but needless to say, they always find a way to beat him.
All systems, full power!
Arguably, two of his most successful creations, though, I would say, would be the egg carrier he flies in, and then, of course, Metal Sonic.
Yeah!
Sonic Mania 2, Sonic Adventure Remake, and new SA3, and a new Sonic Riders. I agree with all that. I definitely agree with that. I remember they made that Sonic racing game for Kinect, though. That was the last of the Sonic Riders, and I was like, it's not the best one to end on. You need to definitely go ahead and make a new one. Have all the mechanics worked out. Like, use what works. And you got a successful second racing franchise there, too. Just like all the Sonic Drift games and stuff. Like, Sonic Drift 2 was kind of... It was a lot better than the first one. You know, because it had better handling. But it was on the Game Gear, so... You know, it's one of those kind of things. Pick your poison with it. But yeah, all those games that you definitely named right there, Barbie Pink Beauty actually works out.
Monster?
Yes, it's really happening.
Actually, I need to go. You know, I've been wondering like how those IDW comics are going. If they're as any good as the old Archie comics, because the Archie comics were just brilliant, man. They had their problems like any other comic franchise, but they were deep. Like some of them stories were actually really, really deep for their time.
Which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land.
You know, to be fair, Eggman actually did achieve that goal when he did Sonic Colors. You know? Can't knock a good villain, man.
Thank goodness they're gone. Good riddance.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear about that.
It could get ugly.
You're right. Chaos must be
Thanks for
stopped.
following.
And he can be if we keep him away from more emeralds, right? So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
Sounds like a plan. I think what's a great loss to a lot of us Sonic fans out there, what had to have been the Sonic the Dark Brotherhood. We should have got a sequel to that. But BioWare, I don't know what happened, man. Did BioWare like drop the IP or something really, really went wrong with that? And not the game, mind you. The game was actually really good. It was just like something to do with BioWare, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, that's what you guys in the audience are able to go ahead and let me know about that one. Help me, help me keep my facts right, you know. Oh yeah, definitely. If you ever get a chance to like find a way to play that game, yeah, definitely play that game sometime. It's pretty badass. Uh-oh.
Come on, Tails.
Time to race. You know something? I think Sonic 3D Blast was kind of underrated too. Now, granted, I've never beaten that game, but that was something else back in the day, though. And I mean, like, it was good because it was like a isometric kind of play. I mean, it was invented for its time. I'm not gonna say it was the best game ever, but it was invented for its time. Because there are people out there that'll sit there and they'll hate on this, but you got to think about all the creative moments, like when Sega really took the time to explore with their mascot and stuff like that. And of course Sega didn't develop that game. That was Traveler's Tales a long time ago. The only reason why I remember that stuff is because, you know, grew up in that time. Sega Genesis was just an awesome console. Yeah, I don't know. See, I got like quite a lot of Sonic's collections, of course, so I'll play it for you guys eventually, and then I'll see how far I can go with it.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing.
And who knows? Maybe if I do a subathon, maybe I can let you guys pick the game sometime. We'll have to go ahead and see how things grow around here. All right, we got our green one here. Now I just need to see where we go next. If I remember correctly, we need to go to the casino. Sonic R was badass. Underrated too. Very underrated. And the music, well, you know, the music in any Sonic game is amazing, but I definitely enjoyed the fact that you could play that and the actual Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. You could play like the Sonic R soundtrack. It just feels right, especially when you're riding around Seaside Hill. Oh. That ring sound. He's coming. Oh.
You made it.
Alright, yep. Ding ding.
Hey, hey! Hey, Tails!
Oh shoot. I don't know, we might have to
Alright, Tails!
restart that one. But that's not bad. Still got a chance. Come on, little buddy, we can do this. And that's the beauty of Tails being able to fly. Thank you. Really appreciate you. Actually, oh my god, I think the hardest Sonic game I've ever played, though, was Sonic CD. Because, you know, much like anything else, you really had to get the emeralds at that time to get the true ending. And then you also had to make sure, like, you were saving the little planet or something. Like, you were trying your best not to make sure it's all roboticized. I do remember that.
What's that?
And you could have multiple endings in that.
The Chaos Emerald!
Yeah, that was
Get
wild.
away from there.
Ah!
Eggman is so wicked, man. God bless him. Show right out there and spray. That could have been like poison or something that he sprayed in his face, you know? It's like wild. Get out of here, you know? Yeah, they can be tedious trying to get those Chaos
What happened
Emeralds.
to the Chaos
Yeah.
Emerald?
Eggman got one of them, but the other one's safe.
Like, I can beat Sonic 2, but in order for me to get Super Sonic, I gotta play
Eggman's winning.
Sonic by himself. I can't play like with just like Tails being controlled by the AI. Oh look, they're gonna cream the rabbit. Yeah, I can't. I definitely can't play Sonic with Tails on Sonic 2, because like those bombs will always go for him. You know, he's like a magnet to those things. I'm like, man, that's not cool. But if I had somebody there to actually control him too, it would be a lot easier. So, circumstances, you know. But if I'm gonna 100% it, I'll have to do it without Tails. No, he does not. Eggman does not care at all. God bless him. Like I said, you know, like he's that perfect mix of a villain. Like, yeah, he's evil and he's wild, but he's comical too, which is like, you know, why the reasons you would watch like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, you didn't watch it just for Sonic or Tails. You know, you watched it for like you watched it for Eggman because he was always in some stuff, man. And his two robots, what were they, Scratch and Grounder, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, like, it was just a beautiful comical series. Now, that other one, though, the other one that was on Saturday morning, Sat-Am, that shit was dark. For a kid's show? But yeah, like I said earlier about the comics being deep, I mean, look what they were based on.
Come on, Tails. You
Like
made
they had some funny ones here and there, like in the beginning, but later on, like if you wanted to have extra seasons of Sat-Am, you just read the comics.
Later, Tails. Hey, Tails.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do no perfect shredding. I'm just gonna try to beat Sonic, man. If anything, let's just go the distance. We'll use the Rocky principle.
See you later, Tails. Hey, Tails.
Oh, oh dang. Well, we'll have to go back and try that again some other time. But like I said, nothing perfect here. I think we fight Knuckles after this, just like where we left off. Yep, I remember now, yeah. And then I will do an Amy playthrough, of course. We are going to 100% this, so don't y'all worry about that. And we'll probably go ahead and jump into Sonic Adventure 2 as well. Go ahead and deal with that infamous Black Hedgehog, of course. Shadow's pretty badass. I think he needs another try for another solo game, though. And don't, you know, don't give him, like, human weaponry. Just let him use his powers. Oh, up. Dang. Here we go. Hey, at least we stayed on the hills this time. Sonic Underground was dark. I remember that. And not only that, first animated appearance, or I want to say... Because when did that Sonic OVA come out? But it is one of the animated appearances of Knuckles in there. That was pretty badass.
That wasn't too bad.
Yes, Robotnik and his mom, and the big butt on the piano. Like when he tried to destroy all music, I remember. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a loss about Amy not being playable on Sonic Adventure 2. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I guess they wanted us to get used to Rouge, maybe, if that's what it is. Yeah, it's just weird.
The train headed for
Yeah, I
Station
remember.
Square
Oh my
will
God.
be departing soon.
Personally, I heard, speaking of which, I heard like the alleged relationship between Rouge and Knuckles is actually not canon anymore or something like that. Because keep in mind, for as old as this series is, they always try to retcon things, but if it's still canon, I think it's cool because they got that nice character dynamic and you don't want to mess that up, you know?
No way, Knuckles.
Oh, I see. I see, yeah. I mean, I can see where you're coming from on that, but, eh.
Oh no.
She is a spy, so, you know, you gotta let her have that one, you know?
Oh no. Give it your best shot. Oh no.
Ha! Gotcha, Knuckles. See, the thing about Tails is I gotta get in at close range to use, like, the tail whip. So that's kind of the thing.
And they're all mine.
It come out of nowhere, man.
He's got the emeralds.
You two are bumbling idiots. You know that.
You know, like I say, he throws a lot of shade in this one, but in the second one, he just full on evil.
You are so easily tricked. All I did was.
Cause I mean, like, didn't he hold Tails at like gunpoint in the second one? Like, Robotnik really got tired of his ish.
Don't you realize when you've been tricked? Tricked? No one makes a fool out of me.
Yeah, bruh. Eggman does. Knuckles has gotten better with it. You gotta admit, the character development for him has gotten better. But Eggman usually does get them tricks in.
Come forth.
Oh, so you totally called it, huh? Like how, like, a certain character gets popular and they don't know what to do with him afterwards, right? Because that Sonic Adventure 2 was pretty much his starting point, and they just find, I guess they really just don't know what to do with him. But it's kind of like that with anti-hero characters sometimes.
Stop this fast.
I gotta say that the comics did give him a better reason to be around, though. And then they gave him amnesia. You know, Venom actually went through that same thing from the Spider-Man comics. Because they did not know how to go about with that character. And then, like, you know, they ended up creating Carnage. So it's like, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he did die in Sonic Adventure 2. I do remember that. I don't know, it's kind of debatable on which dies the most in a certain series, either him or Zero from Mega Man X. Which, by the way, we'll be doing that too on this series. Yep. Just played through a lot of the old retro games. By the way, we should be getting a Mega Man 12. I hope so. And, oh, by the way, the crossovers with the Mega Man comics were pretty cool, too. That's a shame. We don't even have that anymore. Whoop. Work with me, camera. Work with me. I'm awake now. Now, I had to do that without the rings, though. I agree. Oh my god. Mega Man X. Actually, the whole franchise is wild, because, like, at least with Mega Man X, you can actually stick to walls and that, you know what I mean? So, you don't have to worry about a pitfall. But in the original Mega Man, no luck. As soon as, like, that stuff as soon as the platform disappears, you done. You know, especially if the game doesn't boot the platform back in. Yeah, man.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier. But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu until we meet again, my friends.
I think this is the game where, like, you know, Sonic says, "You won't get away with this" to Eggman, and Eggman said, "I will." He had the best damn lines in this game. And the second one, too.
Hey, we can't let him get away. Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good crossover, especially the first one they did. I think the first one was Worlds Collide, and then the second one was Universe Collide.
No problem, Knuckles.
So,
We'll take care of
yeah, the
everything
second
here.
one was weird.
Come on.
Yeah, this,
let's
yeah,
get
because,
going.
oh man, like, what? There's just so many things with that second set. I would love to throw at you guys, but nah. Because even I was sitting there for a moment, I was like, oh, I get it somewhat. And indeed, I guess I did. It wasn't much fun. But that first one, though, very good.
Sonic,
Very good.
wait here for a second.
So if you ever get a chance to see, like, a collection of that, you know, whether it's got that second set of, like, the crossovers or what, definitely pick it up sometime. I highly recommend it. Because, I mean, like, while, you know, when you're kids and you're thinking, like, certain crossovers are amazing, and then there are some crossovers where it's like, wow, they did not do the research for this at all. It's kind of like the first Batman and Spawn team up. It's like, eh. The second one was good, though. And then, like, you know, when Batman teamed up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because technically Batman's a ninja, it actually works better. So. But that's not to say that, you know, these characters can't have those odd team-ups now and again. How crazy would that be for, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to team up with Sonic? As long as it's got a good story to it, it could actually work out. Nice. Well, I'm glad I could help you with that recommendation. You know, now that I think about it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did team up with Ghostbusters too, so I don't know how that would work out considering, I don't know, it's the Ghostbusters franchise. Anything goes. Anything goes. And if you guys want some comment reviews, I'll do that too. I just plan on doing a lot of content for y'all. But right now, it's all about the games and how you play them. And which, by the way, if anybody watched WrestleMania last night, I heard about Roman Reigns still having the belt. But you gotta realize, though, like with Cody coming back and all that jazz, you gotta build up storylines too. But I don't know. That's more of a wrestling thing, and we'll talk about it at some other time. You know, like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time, but it still holds up well. Even the Dreamcast version that you guys are not seeing right now, you're seeing the port on the Xbox when they were porting this stuff out. Hey, I agree with that. I agree with that. If Batman can do it, Sonic can do it. Yep, I totally agree.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
Dang, son. Man, he don't like him, does he? You know, usually it's like you show some respect to your main adversary at times, but yeah, he's a proactive villain this time. He just outwardly wants to kill him. That's a very peaceful theme. Aw, you gotta admire their friendship. No matter how you feel about it, you know, that's his best friend. We follow him to the ends of the earth. Gotta admire that. Actually, you know, that's pretty cool too, because like,
wow, that dream brought back memories. I owe so much to Sonic.
well, see, there it is. You just said it.
Sonic!
Yeah.
Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's alright. The tornado's not powerful enough. If I'm gonna get that egg carrier, I need to finish my prototype. It needs a Chaos Emerald to work. Looks like I'd better find one fast.
Yeah, man. That is one, oh man, that is just one hell of a hit. Because it blew him to like both different sides of Station Square, you know? And not only that, like I like when they do like nods to their friendship and stuff like that, because during Sonic Unleashed, for better or worse, because I know there's some people out there who did not like that game, when Sonic was running around as a werehog, Tails was the first one that noticed him. So,
Wow! There's
you
a
know,
Chaos
that was pretty badass.
Hey!
Yeah, poor Tails indeed. He go through a lot, don't he? Oh man. I used to say the same thing about Gohan in Dragon Ball Z. It's like, damn, this poor kid. Alright, we gotta do one more level, guys, and then I gotta get on out of this piece, but don't you worry, we'll be doing more of these and stuff. Usually I have a schedule, but I really wanted to do some R&D for you all today, and since it's Monday and I guess things are not overwhelmed, because, you know, when it's the weekend, everybody's gaming. So, I don't know. I'll keep working some things out, but I will be back on here to do another episode, so don't y'all worry about that. And in episode 40, we'll go ahead and we'll hang out with Rad Red himself and Amy. That music is badass. Well, there I go, boosting through all the other ones and not going through them. That is what it is. Yeah, Sonic Unleashed was pretty good. I enjoyed it, you know? Like, the whole daytime, nighttime atmosphere that they were working on was okay. And then came the part with, you had to make sure you had the medals, though, before you went to any of the stages. That I thought was kind of, they could have done without that, but I figured they would go ahead and do that to give some replayability and to make the game last longer, because, honestly, the game is quite short if you know what you're doing, you know? Like, if I didn't have, like, adult responsibilities and stuff, I could probably go ahead and try to beat this game tonight. No jokes, right? Speaking of which, there's supposed to be a ribbon around here that makes my attacks last longer. And I think this is it.
You found the rhythm badge. To do continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
Yeah, he's not dizzy at all doing this. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look around and see what else we need to do. And look at all of Knuckles' peoples. We're too hyper, he's like. Oh, there we go.
The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
I like how we came on the one side and then we're coming in on the opposite side for canon story.
Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this. The servers are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power. Power enriched by the heart. The controller is the
I
one
totally
that
agree with
unifies
that.
the chaos.
Being an adult
But
is
I'm still
tiring
not sure what it all
sometimes.
means. But the number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal. And you are?
That's a strong character too. I really do like Tikal. Tikal is one of the best characters in the franchise. Even though she had that one appearance. Uh-oh. Speaking of characters, here he comes. There he is. The big man cometh. I don't know. Big always makes me laugh, man. You know? Froggy, where are you?
Now where was I?
It's crazy once you realize.
Chaos Emerald! Perfect!
It's crazy once you realize that Duke Nukem, the guy who voices Duke Nukem, John St. John, is the voice of Big the Cat. That's hilarious. Alright. Alright, y'all. We're gonna have to wrap this up here, but I'm gonna catch up with you all later. By the way, special shout out to Barbie Pink Beauty. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you all soon enough. We will meet again. So y'all take care of yourselves, alright? This is J-Man signing out. Peace.